You are the glitch. As it looks like it's actually glitching. Cleanse my hands. Ancestors of the divine light that are here to assist us on our journeys. Our spiritual team, spiritual guides, archangels. Please help me give a clear and concise message for the Divine Collective at this time. What do they need to hear? What confirmations do they need right now? I see win-win outcome as well. So you are always the glitch and you are always the win-win outcome. Okay? Or you whatever you're going through right now, it's going to be a win-win outcome for you. Is what I'm hearing too. Okay? Yeah, to expand your mind. So whatever you're going through or experiencing right now, your reality, it is to expand your mind. And I got divine feminine here. Okay. Let me say. Okay, that's something else. What else is here, Spirit? What else? What else? What else? Double-minded. Expand your mind. Win-win outcome, and you are the glitch. I'm hearing you are the glitch that they never seen coming. I'm good. Rich Rising, or what time is it? 1:28. Okay. Yeah. Greetings. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you? Okay. So we got double-minded. You're inspirational. That's good. That's good, Phoenix. Kundalini rising. Okay, so perhaps you've been... Oh, I didn't see this card right here. What's this say? Okay, so a family with no aspirations, so no good intentions. They can be lazy physically or mentally just lazy. Okay, lawlessness, survival consciousness, desperation knows no bounds. So this is what I'm going to connect with this double-minded card that came out here. So, an apathetic. Yeah, you are always the glitch. Okay, Kundalini rising is here. So you come from or dealt with people who were easily persuaded by outside influences. Okay, because we have desperation knows no bounds, which means they have no limits to the extent that they will go because they're in survival mode. They have no morals. They're double-minded in all of their ways. But Spirit says you're inspirational here. You inspire people who you don't even realize that you inspire. You could have spent a lot of time overthinking. Yeah, because you're an empath. Yes. And leveling up. So maybe you've been feeling like, are you on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? You know, what's next? Spirit just says some people can't go with you in this season. Something about Friday, okay? Something could have happened on a Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay? I'm going to put this out on the desk just to see what else comes out for that. But yeah, Spirit says you're an empath. Look, social media. So people are very inspired by you, collective. That's just that. They're very inspired by you. You inspire them in ways that you don't even realize. Maybe you just speak your truth online and you connect with people on a soul level. And you may have dealt with a lot of overthinking about yourself, okay? And you just been in this season on your shit too. Connecting with your ancestors, your spiritual team, allowing the universe to guide you. Or maybe people never thought you would get your shit together. But it's a win-win outcome for you. And how they perceive you don't make it right and don't make it true either. You know, okay, or this family dynamic or whoever, people that know you from childhood, your past, they may look at you like you're trying to be something that you're not, or they're not inspired by you, or this could be family members that's watching you online when they actually are inspired by you and they act like they don't watch you and they do. Okay? They see the level up, they see the glow. Sleeping with the enemy. Maybe somebody you was sleeping with was trying to stop you from becoming more, or they were intimidated by your expansion.
Mama, I can't go outside.
Yes, you gotta wait.
Mom, can't go outside.
You have to wait.
Can't go outside.
You said you feel it coming from them, Phoenix. Yeah, so basically what I was saying is you're living in a wish fulfilled. So like the present. Okay? You focusing on yourself. You're worried about getting your own shit together. That's why Spirit is saying this is a win-win outcome. You have some people from your past that are jealous about your inspiration, about, you know, your glow up, your level up, and how balanced you are. So these could have been people that perceived you as somebody that lacked self-control, or, you know, somebody that they was either intimidated by, or no, you intimidated them in a way, or they just never seen a bright future for you. They always thought less of you was what I'm getting. Yeah, we got know thyself. So all of them years and time that they spent trying to, hold on. All right, I'm back now. As soon as I get on live, that's when my baby want to start yelling and screaming. We've been just sat in silence for a whole hour. Anyway, now, remind me, Spirit, what was I saying? Okay, people from your past, maybe they're overthinking about you too. Like, you know, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I was not thinking right about them. Or, you know, there may be regrets. They're in the energy of like regrets. Greetings. They're in the energy of regret when it comes to you. So, like I said, they're inspired by you more than what they are willing to admit. Okay? Something about just do it. So maybe you just took the initiative to take your power back and put your energy into things that actually matter or that is contributing to your growth. Thank y'all for the gifts too. You know, your personal development. And they're seeing it. They're seeing the glow up. They're seeing the level up. They're seeing how you speak different. You carry yourself different now. You know? The devil is in the details. You're just seeing things clearly now. You may have did a lot of analyzing when it came to this connection here. I'm really getting like past vibes. So this could be family, old friends, you know, old partners. Somebody does have a partner that is watching them, or ex or something that's coming through that watches you. Okay. Something about Friday too. Maybe they're gonna try to reach out to you Friday. You know, they just been sitting in the shadows looking at you, watching the collective. So they're going to try to come in. And that's why Spirit is saying the devil is in the details. So pay attention to how they moving. Oh, now all of a sudden you see my glow up. Now you want to come be a part of my life and want to do right and come in with an offer. Or, you know, it's bullshit. Okay, basically. You had your chance. Exactly. We all have choices. They had their chance already. And you gave them multiple chances because you're an empath. Okay? And that's just what we do sometimes. We give people that we really care about multiple chances. They fuck up multiple times. And we finally get to the point where it's like, okay, I was really caring about you. I was really loving you. But you taking that for granted. You think I'm goofy. You think I'm gullible and slow and crazy because I'm giving you chances after chance. When really, you know, how empaths view love and, you know, genuine connections, it's just different from people who are narcissistic. So they took you for granted is what I'm getting. Right. And they can't admit that they wrong. So this is going to be some type of false apology. That's what I'm getting. Maybe somebody coming in with a false apology. Yeah, I fucked up. I know. You know, no, they just trying to get you back where they used to you being. Okay, because they see this glow up and this level up. So they want to get you back connected to them. Then they start the cycle all over again. So trust the unknown at this time. If you are in isolation, I'm seeing a hermit card. So maybe you're in hermit mode where you're just doing a lot of reflecting. You know, your kundalini is rising. You're balancing your masculine and feminine energies within. You know, you're expanding your consciousness. You're leveling up. You don't want to just let anybody come in and fuck up all of that, because they're gonna try and play on the fact that you cared about them at one point, or gaslight you to be back into that old timeline. Okay, so trust the process and trust the unknown. What's the question? What you talking about? You say, can I ask you I don't know what that is. This is a collective reading. If you want a reading, a personal reading, a question asked, answered, or whatever, just get a reading, okay? Trying to exploit your willpower. Exactly. See, they want to play on. See, this is the type of energy that's trying to come into the divine collective that they get off on power plays. Like they just want to be able to say, yeah, I got you. I got you again. Or, I got you right where I wanted you in the first place. And they'll do or say whatever it takes just to get you vulnerable again and where they want you. So live in the present moment, okay? Live in the wish fulfilled. Just do it is what Spirit is saying. Know thyself. What else is here, Spirit? Or something about a Friday. It don't have to be tomorrow Friday, but just Friday. Okay? Yeah, they lost. They just trying to pull you to an old timeline. They refuse to rise up. They refuse to expand their consciousness, take accountability for their life. They refuse to do any of those things that will, what's the saying that goes, study to show thyself approved. Like, they just don't want to do the work. That's what I'm getting. So their vibe, they're not positive vibes. They're not. You are, though. They don't want to learn nothing new. It's the same old, same old. Exactly. They get their heart's desire, which is that of a low vibrational life, because they want to stay low vibrational. That ain't your problem. It's not your problem to fix them. You can't fix anybody that don't want to fix themselves. The only thing you can do is advise, suggest. If they don't want that advice or suggestion, then let them go about their merry way. Go ahead. Be great over there or not. That's what it's given. Like, no. Exactly. You said 144. I just looked up there. Beauty spells. Exactly. So I'm telling you, they see the glow up. They see how bright you're looking. I got the name. Oh, girl. Oh my gosh. Look, we already got the screen wrong set up on here. Hold on, y'all, because I got to keep this back piece on here because I don't know how to take it off my screen. Let me see. I'll do with that tissue here. Look at me. Girl, this is... I wish you could just blow it out. Hold on, y'all, because I'm going to have to get up and wash my hands. Too, so. Yeah, because I'm wiping your nose. Now I don't want to get sick, so come on. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay. So somebody's name could be Morgan, Sarah, Khalif, Khadijah, Marie, Amir, Tamar. Those some names that I literally just wrote down before I started this live. I heard those names. So maybe those names are significant. Okay. Remember, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay. So this is in regards to people of your past who maybe you feel like, or maybe you are looking for some type of, what is the word? Not clarity, but it is regarding clarity. But like, you know, when you break up with somebody and you kind of want to get, what's the word? Closure. That's what it's giving. Like maybe you feel like you didn't get closure enough on certain relationships in the past. You could be a fire sign. Follow your intuition, your first mind. Okay. But not happening for you. I mean, not happening to you, happening for you. Yeah, maybe you've been feeling like you need closure, but really it's not that you need closure, it's that you need clarity. And you don't necessarily need that person to give you clarity. Go within yourself and allow spirit to show you the clarity that you seek. Because these people, they're not going to apologize to you. They're not going to say that they're wrong, right? Because we had the card out here that said, don't want to admit that they're wrong. So they're never going to give you that validation that you seek. Somebody could be addicted to sex here as well. Or maybe they were just stuck in a root chakra or some type of addiction. Okay. Creating an environment where you were emotionally and your nervous system was like imbalanced. Or you have had some addictions to sex or some type of addiction here. And it could have been stemmed from this family dynamic, some type of close relationship. Just seeking some type of escapism to escape reality here. But trust the process, know thyself. Okay. You have the clarity that you seek is basically what I'm getting. Stand up for yourself. Okay. Yeah, because there are some people who always expected you to be like, you know, pretty much lay down or like just be a rug for them to walk over. They never expected you to become who you are. Set boundaries. Say no. You know, they never expected that from you. And this was a lesson learned for you as well. Somebody has some type of health issues going on. Right, they tried to isolate you and they didn't know you was a hermit. They didn't know that you grow from the dark. You know, you expand in the darkness. You go within because you know thyself, okay? They just wanted to siphon your sacral energy too, is what I'm hearing. And harvest from it and create this illusion for you. Okay? Somebody wanted to isolate you too. Make you feel like maybe you didn't have no support. We got your ancestors, connect with your ancestors is out here. So just because they don't see your support don't mean you don't have support. And I think that's the misconception that a lot of people have. And they will perceive you as some type of easy target because they view you like, okay, you might be a person that's by yourself a lot. You know, you don't need to be around a bunch of people. And a lot of times people who seek outside validation and, you know, some type of false sense of power from having a bunch of people around, they'll perceive a person who's in solitary or is just by themselves as either problematic or weak. Right. They thought that they can manipulate you too. Okay. Manipulation is here, or manipulated you to isolate you. Yeah, you're connected to source and they're not. They're disconnected from source. So this is why they always wanted to have sex, or always wanted to be connected to you and cloak onto your sacral energy, because they're not connected to source. So something about willing, maybe like retention, or maybe you're deciding to will your sacral energy for for your glow, or your come up, or your level up, or maybe you need to look into that.
Hi, Pachoco.
Yes.
Look at Pachoco.
You are loved. Yeah, they're playing games and moving funny. Get. Or do you know what? There could be a lot of distractions too. Because I feel the energy of distraction. Not only because my daughter keep coming in here, which I don't mind, but maybe it's more symbolic, people trying to purposely distract you. Of course, we're going to have distractions on our path, right? But maybe it's just seem abnormal, or like, what's really going on, This manipulative energy, you know better, right? So you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what you feel, okay? You know exactly, what you see, the details, the proof is in the patterns type of thing. So they're trying to manipulate you, to isolate you from yourself, really, and your own intuition, so that they can be successful with their manipulation tactics, is what I'm getting here. So they constantly, want to be in your space, constantly want to talk, constantly, just constant. It's just nonstop. That's what I'm getting. They always needy, always want something. Very codependent. Look, and we got 911, we got yes. So maybe this is emergency for somebody. Or maybe, you need to take immediate action here. Because Spirit says you know better. And yes, you need to clean your energetic field, and you are a sage. So you can't just be allowing anybody up into your space, wreaking havoc, confusion, and chaos, and you see what's going on and you do nothing about it to protect yourself. And we got Master Manifester here. I'm telling you, somebody is trying to cloak or have cloaked into your energy. You need to cleanse your space, your energetic field. Okay. And they're doing it by way of sex. Okay. Something about them wanting to confuse your mind with sex. It's kind of like you accept more from them when they can manipulate you in a bedroom. It's like sex magic. That's what I'm getting. Sex magic. Right, to exploit your willpower. My nose is itching here. So I keep doing it. It's itching. Okay, so this is confirmation for someone trying to exploit your willpower because you are connected to source, and they're exploiting it by way of sex magic. Okay. And for some, maybe they're even doing some type of, maybe they have a picture of you, and just, or using their mind to connect with you sexually that way. Some, a dream state, something like that is coming through. Okay, just take that how it resonate. That might not be for everybody, but that's what it's giving. No more negative thoughts. Right. This could be a baby daddy or a baby mother. Or just an ex. Right. Because I said an ex was trying to come in with an offer. So they're going to try to get you. They're going to try to get you in bed. That's what they're trying to do. That's their intentions. So even if you haven't been dealing with them, they're trying to come in with the offer. Spirit says you're sleeping with the enemy, or they're intending to sleep with you, which is your enemy. Okay? Because they see how wealthy and successful you are without them. And they want some of that. Because they ain't connected to source. This person has a deep mother wound. Say we in court. That's what I said. This could be spiritually. It don't have to be physically. Maybe he's just trying to manifest something, not for you in particular, but just take it how it resonates. Maybe they thinking about you in a dream state, trying to connect with you, something like that. All right. This person has a deep mother wound of abandonment, and they abuse women and children. Very negative minded. Yeah, they got a lot of anxiety too. Yeah, they trying to get to you. I'm trying to tell you. They got anxiety. They can't stop thinking about you. They worried about you. This could be family too. Okay? This could be family. Don't have to be an ex-lover or anybody. Just take it how it resonates with your story. Yeah. What else is here? Spirit, ancestors, archangels. Anxiety. They could be trying to send you some type of anxiety. Right. Creating illusions. Because as long as they can have you worried, then that's exactly what you're going to create. Illusions for yourself. Things that's not even real. False evidence appearing real, having you in fear. Overthinking. Not feeling secure, right? Because they're attacking your root chakra. Having you, tethered to your lower self, making decisions out of survival, not grounded. Somebody either have an ankh, need to wear an ankh or purchase an ankh, okay? Creating illusions. Right, for protection. An ankh for protection. Somebody trying to expose you. Somebody's trying to expose the collective as well. A ankh. A ankh is like the original cross. Okay, the one with the circle at the top, and then you got the cross. Anybody can put a picture? I don't know if they have an emoji of that. Something about Tuesday as well. So we got Friday and Tuesday out here. It's the ankh is where the cross was stolen from. The ankh means life. You say, I'll have to look. Yeah. The ankh represents life. It's the divine masculine and feminine energy. And right, we have Kundalini energy rising here. You're just rising. That's just exactly what it is. You became the glitch. You realize who you are. Okay? The master manifester that you are, created to source. Co-creating with the universe. Something is taking place Tuesday and Friday. Or maybe you was born on a Tuesday or a Friday. A Saturday. Something about gang stalking. Some type of mind control. Right. Okay. So anxiety. That's what I'm getting. If they can stalk you, make you feel unsafe, not grounded, then they can manipulate your reality and have you create, because you are co-creating with the universe, because you are connected to source. Then they can have you creating illusions for yourself that are not real, and possibly even try to get you to reconnect with them out of fear. You know, out of feeling like you're not safe. Yeah, stop giving all your energy away. You know, I'm really getting like, with this gang stalking energy, it's kind of like, it's fake. Like, they not even really about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they not really, it's intimidation tactics. They're not really even about nothing that they claim, or trying to make you feel like intimidated by them. That's what I'm getting. Like, no. They want you in your head. Right. Trust yourself. And slander is here. So they want to slander you. They want to. But who cares? You know, the truth don't need validation. It don't need confirmation. If you are who you are at the end of the day, because you know thyself, you're not worried about what naysayers have to say. You're not worried about if they want to try to gang stalk you, to intimidate you, slander your name, character assassinate you. You know, you looking at them and laughing because they're small. Like, they're not even worth the fucking hassle. Right. You balance your light and dark, positive and negative. You know, and you're protected. I'm telling you. You're protected. And the fact that you living your truth, that's protection, divine protection right there. Did you get your popsicle?
My popsicle.
Did you?
I can't eat my popsicle.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Okay. It was another popsicle in there. Aries. Excuse me.
There's lots of them.
Well, ain't that many. Right. Yeah. Okay. Making progress. Moving in the right direction and prosperity. Okay. That's the Aries energy there. Or you could be an Aries, sun, moon, rising. Okay. Yeah, these people want you stuck in your lower ego. I just seen ego. And then predatory empathy. Like I was saying earlier, they're going to try to come in and weaponize empathy, or act like they care, or, you know, finally saying things that you've been complaining about. All of a sudden they have an epiphany, right? Oh, they ain't got no goddamn epiphany. They just gaslighting you, and they know exactly what you wanted the whole time. They were just playing you like a fiddle. Huh? Yeah, predatory empathy. Sound vibration healing. So maybe somebody was just listening to some sound vibration healing. Maybe you need to listen to sound vibration healing. Okay. Focus on yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. If it don't feel right, it's not right. Right. This black magic is backfiring. And that's why they have anxiety. That's it right there. They're trying to project that onto you, but they're the ones in anxiety. Let's see. Right. Conflict, mind battles. I seen Aries twice. Yeah, this is chess, not checkers. See, they thought that you was crazy. They thought that you was not paying attention. They thought that you were not intelligent as you is, you know. Because I said they was playing you like a fiddle. They never expected you to call them out. Make them stand on shit. Right, this was intelligence warfare here. The truth speaker and destroyer of illusions. You was hidden in plain sight. You was hidden in plain sight, and they was playing these mind games, but it was like, them, you weak though. Your mind is weak. I see your play. It's almost like they try to create some type of maze for you. Whole time they didn't know they was in a maze, being studied, being watched, because it was always chess and not checkers. So this black magic that they've been trying to do on you, you know, these negative thoughts, sending you, you know, thoughts of confusion or whatever the hell they was doing. Okay. It's backfiring. And that's why they having anxiety. That's why they're trying to come in with an offer. You know, ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around that. You get what you put in. So it's somebody's family. I got family caught here. Off with their heads in intelligence warfare. Trying to tell ya. Thank y'all. I see the gifts and taps and stuff. See y'all tapping the screen. Oh, child. Yeah, you're a healer. You're a healer. And see, that's what spirit will do. That's what the divine will do. Hide you in plain sight. Because all along you was the healer, and somebody could be trying to collect your hair. You could be seeing crows and ravens as well. Something about your hair here. And black magic. So maybe somebody took some of your hair. I'm seeing a brush. So maybe they took it off a brush. Maybe this could be a possible beautician of yours. Some type of cult coven here is behind that. And it's backfiring to all of them. Crows is sticking out to me too right now. So you are just, you're able to move, between realms. The seen and the unseen, the underworld is what we call it, right? Where you can go between realms. And that's what crows represent to me. Like messengers. Okay? And that's what you are. You are a messenger. They're trying to collect your hair, but you're collecting data on them. You was always 10 steps ahead of them. They was never prepared. Even if they prepared, they was never prepared enough. Right. Something about not your real parents, or you could just feel like this was never your real family. That's because they operate like a hive mind cult, like, a lower conscious cult mind type of mentality. Or something about a nurse might have switched you at birth here, because I got nurse, not your parents. Maybe they haven't told you that they're not your parents. They were paid and somebody's going to make them pay for lying. Something like that. Yeah, you're unstoppable here. Yeah, these people are delusional. This person is delusional here as well. About these parents. Or you just felt like you was from somewhere else, otherworldly. You just never really resonated. Or these parents could be government officials posing as family. Right, with this intelligence warfare. Maybe they working for some type of secret society here too. They were studying you since birth. Like with me, I'm not going to say that my mother and my father is not my mother and father. biologically, but spiritually, we are not the same. So it could be that for you too. Okay? Government officials. What I'm getting is like a government secret society. And what that may actually look like is just the fact that they want to mentally control you. Okay? So that was the intelligence warfare. They wanted to keep you submissive to this cult-like mentality. So this parent could be a nurse, or somebody literally could have been exchanged as a newborn and the nurse was in on it. Just take it how it resonates, okay? You just felt like you never fit in, okay? But anyway, these are people who are posing in positions of power in society. So people wouldn't double look at them or even question them, like, because they are perceived as people in power and they are respected by the community, is what I'm getting, okay? So that community could be an actual city, or it could be a church, or it could be just having this hierarchy of respect in the family, like where they at the top of the hierarchy, and nobody questions them. You know what I mean? Or nobody challenges their quote unquote authority. So you have a family dynamic that operates like a secret government agency. They won't call it that. They may call it family, right? They may call it church family, whatever. They have different different names for it, but nonetheless, that don't mean you ain't moving like a op, is the point. Yeah, hit dog gonna holler. Telling you. Just read the cards how they come out. Spiritual intelligence. See, you always had spiritual intelligence and insight. Even when they try to gaslight you to make you feel like you was wrong, that wasn't what you was feeling. I'm even hearing sedated you. In some cases, maybe they even have something to do with this nurse. Maybe this nurse had access to, soon as I get to talking about government agencies, they try to block my live. That's crazy. Okay, but anyway. And then they'll flag it for misinformation. Again, take it how it resonates. I'm not here to persuade you to believe one way or the other. Okay, these are my beliefs. Okay, anyway, spiritual intelligence. So like I was saying, something about sedation here. Or maybe they had some, I'm seeing a teacup. Okay, and maybe even something significant about that movie Get Out. I'm channeling that movie. Yes, hold on. When she would put him under a trance with that teacup. So this was a caregiver. Hold on. And look, I didn't even see it say whole town in on it. The whole town in on it here. Somebody had something to do with either you losing your house or your car here. Okay. Oh my God, would you move, girl? This is just okay. What I said was the whole town is in on it. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to put it on mute. Okay. The whole town is in on it. Hit dog gonna holler. And they wanted you to lose your home and your car or vandalize your home and your car. So think spiritually, right? They wanted to stop your progress. They wanted to disrupt your stability. Okay? Energetically, they wanted you to feel unsafe. They all have choices. They chose to be at war with you. That black magic is backfiring back onto them. The same people that wanted you homeless, carless, or without is backfiring back onto them. Okay? What else, Spirit? What else? What else I saying? What else? What else? What else is here? Look, as soon as I split the deck, Secret Society, and I am that I am. You are God in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You're your source. They underestimated you. They misjudged you. Tried to set you up. They viewed you as some type of threat. And when we think secret society, remember, it's not just, how society makes it seem. It's more so like your family could be a secret society. You know what I mean? They just operate in secret and they do things in the shadow realm that's like malevolent. Okay? And they want to be undetected, whether they are aware of it or not. It's happening. You get what I'm saying? And that's where that hierarchy of malevolence is coming through. That's how it's coming at me. So I just have to say it how it is. Something about them not wanting to disrupt this hierarchy that's in this family system. So they attack you. The generational curse breaker, the disruptor, because I seen that earlier too. This is what I'm saying. So if they could get you under their control as a child, okay, say they left you to die. If they can get you as a child to be under their control and submissive to them, then maybe they thought that they could escape judgment. You were in a intelligence warfare from day one, is what I'm getting. Okay, but you are that you are. I am that I am. Okay, so this secret society, family cult, right, this is cosmic order here. It's hard to believe, and it could be unbelievable to think that, grown ass people would attack small children, right? It happens all the time, though. It happens all the time. People just don't talk about it. Right, secret addictions is here again, and the ancestors on their ass. They're addicted to power and control. But they're exposed here. Yeah, and they try to mask, with these jobs, they in a church, or they seem to, on the outside looking in, they have this perfect life, right? This fairy tale perfect life that society deems perfect, but it was never rooted in true harmony. It was illusionary harmony. It only looked good from the outside, but it's turmoil in the inside with secret addictions and everything. Yeah, this covert manipulation. They didn't, obviously, they doing this in covert manipulative ways. They didn't want to be detected. Don't that sound typical in a toxic family dynamic? You know, they do things to you, especially as a child, to groom you. Okay? You, even if they didn't physically harm you, mentally, psychologically, they were doing things to groom your mind, to fit into their hierarchy of deception, manipulation, chaos, control. And you were never supposed to question the so-called higher ups in this dynamic here, or the ones that set the tone for this manipulative structure. Okay, you are the Christ consciousness grid activator. They were never going to win. Lies. I'm telling you, a hierarchy built on lies. And as long as you were believing in this hierarchy of lies, then they felt like they wouldn't be held accountable. Here, hold on. Wipe your nose. Your nose is running. Blow your nose. No, that's not how you blow your nose.
I die. My got go outside.
Hold on, we go out in a minute. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. 'Cause my baby, she's sick. I'm trying to keep her nose clean. So hold on.
My gun go outside.
Go ask her. Thank you.
My gun go outside. My goes.
Y'all, look what's right behind lies. I just picked the deck up. We got handlers. Okay. So we got lies and we got handler. Men in black. Okay, what I'm really getting is, again, they wanted to hide. They did not want to be exposed. Okay, a lot of the magic that they were doing were, thank you. I can't see the gifts, but I see them on the screen here. I don't see them like popping up on the screen. Okay, but thank you. Full moon rituals. Okay, so a lot of their magic was happening on full moon rituals. Okay, maybe that could be significant with the days that came out. I believe it was Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Maybe if you go back in your calendar and look and see what days certain things was taking place, and see if it was a full moon on that day. And that's going to tell you that they was involved. You know what I mean? For example, there's a person in my life that likes to weaponize the court system, right? And then when I looked at the date that this person went down to the court system and filed a motion against me, right? It was on a full moon. And I realized exactly what was going on then. I said, okay. At the time, I didn't notice it. It was several months later, and there's something Spirit told me to go look and see. And that was it. It happened on a full moon. So it was this person trying to almost restart like a karmic loop or a karmic cycle, when I had already broken ties with this person, right? I had did some energetic work. So it's not, ironic that it specifically took place on that day. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so this family who was hired as a handler, that probably is not really a real family for those who that part resonate with. They were getting money for you. Okay? These people are liars. Dirty money is here. Covert abuse. So maybe they were hired to abuse you. Or maybe that's in like the family. I'm hearing like pledge. Like, you know how sororities and fraternities pledge? That's what I'm getting. Like, you were pledging and wasn't even aware that you were pledging into this cult like dynamic here. And that manipulation tactic can happen in a relationship. It can happen in a family dynamic. It can happen at a workplace. Hell, it can happen at school, you know, because the energy is still the same. I don't know how to stop this, but hold on, y'all. I don't. Trying to keep my back screen from being exposed. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like having to break you down, having to humiliate you so that they can groom you to be who they want you to be versus who you are in your sovereignty and as a Christ consciousness grid activator. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So they were getting paid for this. Okay? They were getting paid. Secret addiction. So they could just have an addiction to this type of energy work, you know, doing rituals, abusing children, you know, addicted to the money. Maybe, obviously, the money provided some type of stability, so they were willing to sacrifice it. And actually, they're showing me a video that I seen yesterday of this mother. This girl recorded her mother saying that she sold her children, her daughters. I think she had three daughters. She sold them for drugs. Okay, she admitted it. She's a drug addict, and she admitted that, yes, and she said it as a matter of fact, like, yeah, duh, I did it. I don't regret it. That was her attitude and tone. So it's like, that's what I'm getting here. Like, these people know exactly what they was doing. They was in on it, right? Because we got the whole town was in on it. They don't have no regrets. Right. The warning signs, red flags in a risky situation with this money laundering, dirty money. They was willing to sacrifice whatever for $1. Because again, we got a family here, a family with no aspirations, no good intentions, lazy, apathetic, survival consciousness, lawlessness. Desperation knows no bounds. They have no boundaries, and they're double-minded. They don't give a damn. Then you call them out on it. They act like you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I would never. Oh, I never did that. What are you talking about? You know, they try to act dumb and clueless. I'm looking up something real quick I need to read. A double-minded man. This is James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I just wanted to make sure I got that scripture right. Okay, so yeah, these are mentally unstable people. It's really giving psychopaths. Okay, so they're easily persuaded by, you know, low vibrational influences. They be whatever they need to be for the money. You say, thank you. I feel surrounded by them. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Look, lust. They obsessed with lust and sex. Do anything for $1. Sell their kids. Abuse their kids. Let other people. That's what she said. She said, I let my brothers touch y'all whenever they want for the drugs. So maybe this could be a situation similar to yours, where there was supposed to be a protector figure in your family that was getting away with sexually assaulting you, and nobody did anything to protect you. Right? They did nothing. We got fast action in reverse. They did nothing. And the ones that sat back and did nothing, they just as guilty. Exactly. They was in on it. Got squad. They was in on it. The whole town was in on it. The whole family was in on it. Whatever. Take it how it resonate. Yeah. Thought shit was sweet. It's not. It's not. Yeah, they wanted you codependent with unhealthy attachments here, chained. They wanted you in spiritual prison, weighed down, not able to take action for yourself, not able to stand up, not able to recognize what you are up against. The fact that they've been doing full moon rituals, collecting your hair. I just realized that I put them two cards next to each other. Because as long as you was codependent, and as long as they cover was never blown, like, or shown as the handler that they are, then they was gonna continue to get paid. The moment you woke up and the moment you recognize who you are, you called your power back, you started to know thyself, all of those illusions collapsed. Exactly. You did a cleanse because you recognized exactly what was going on here with the red flag and detox. And guess what? That energy that they try to cloak onto you, it's got to go somewhere. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. So it's got to go somewhere, and it's going to return to sender. So all that so-called wealth and riches they obtain, as long as you are suppressed, oppressed, abused, without, or whatever they were doing, vandalized, then they could get money. Then they could be stable or whatever. They was hoping you never found out here, that you didn't see the truth. Or the detective card here. You started to question things. Hell. And you had a light bulb moment. Okay, you started to question, certain things that they said, they did, maybe how you felt. Because one thing about it, the way that you feel, that's something you never forget, the way a person made you feel. Regardless of what they mouth say, oh, I didn't mean it like that. But your nervous system going to tell you the truth every time. How you feeling is going to tell you exactly the energy that they were operating from and their intentions. So that's why they do all of this. That's why they've attacked you in the way that they have. Thank you for the gift. That's why they, day in and day out. Because you was a key player. And they didn't want you to see that it was about you the whole time. I think I opened up the live saying that. It was always about you, collective. You are the one. I forgot the exact first card that I had, but it was something to that extent. Doing your best to hold you down spiritually, you know the truth. Exactly. As I say that, we got spilling the beans. Everything is out there on the table. It's all out there now. The secrets has been revealed. The cat is out the bag. You've done your due diligence to find out the truth. So they thought that they could mentally or spiritually sedate you to the point where you wouldn't question anything or have the desire to question anything, because you will be so low in consciousness that you wouldn't even have the desire to feel like there's more to life. They wanted you to stay in contract with the lies and believing that you didn't have a way out of this contract that was an illusion all along. They never had power over you. They only had a little bit of power that they think they had because you were a child. You were, a child that needed to be cared for and guided. But when you grew up, you became an adult, and you started to rebel, they realized that nothing was going to stop you. Nothing was going to stop you from seeing the truth, knowing the truth. You're welcome. Yeah, these people are in spiritual court here. Justice will be served, Ashe. They think they got away with it, but you don't. You don't get away with being a deceptive, lying ass person. You don't get away with that. An abusive person manipulating people. You don't get away with that. I'm telling you, these people are in regret. Yeah, we got rebelling here. You went against the norm. I'm trying to tell you. They tried their hardest, though. They tried their hardest to tether you and to keep you binded with this contract or deity or some type of principality. Okay? Some low vibrational principality. They try hard. Love bombed you and everything. I'm telling you, them illusions collapsed. The moment you start questioning their intentions, those illusions collapsed. So you listening? 10-10. It's a whole new cycle here. And yesterday's read was, you've closed out a major karmic cycle within your bloodline. I'm hearing their time is up. It's up. It's up and it's stuck, actually. And look, I got switched you at birth. I said this earlier, okay? Maybe you need to go look into your ancestry if you align with that, just to make sure, okay? Somebody could be screen recording you, recording your voice. Switched you at birth and changed your name. 333 could be significant here. Or maybe that's not your real name. Maybe that's not your real last name. Maybe this family ain't got the right real last name. Something to that extent, okay? Right, they were being strategic with their projections. Second Corinthians 2:5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down the strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Again, they didn't want you to go within yourself. They didn't want you to know that you are a manifestation of Source Creator. Okay? Knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ, which is Christ consciousness. Strategic projection. You say, now you listening? Yeah, it's something. It came out twice about being switched at birth, and something about the name change. It was a name change here. Or maybe you're not from where they say you from. is what I'm getting. Something about your lineage is there. Somebody's not being honest about that. Testify lies against you. I got untamed here. Yeah, they couldn't control you. Everything that they did with their strategic projections, you know, every attack was because they couldn't tame you. They couldn't control you. So they even made you feel like you wasn't a part of this family. It could be something like that. Like you not one of us, you one of them. You know, these Agent Smiths. Yeah. These Agent Smiths wanted you to feel like you wasn't a part of, you wasn't with them, and you wasn't technically, because you got the 5D blueprint here. Source frequency, like I said earlier, something about a school. About this school. Something about a school here. What about this school, Spirit? Somebody went to school down south. Flying monkeys. Let me see. Let me get my other deck. School. Somebody trying to steal custody. Maybe you have a child that's in school. They may be gonna try to go up to the school and take the child, or something about custody here. What else about this school situation? Or maybe the people at your school growing up was in on it. In on whatever they had going on here. I'm not sure. I got the Justice in reverse. Look, and the devil right behind that. Okay, so maybe something is significant about your schooling growing up, or somebody being connected to this that goes to the school, or maybe this was a school nurse. Okay, the devil, hermit mode, Knight of Pentacles here, the Fool. I'm not sure. That's what I'm getting though. And look, you see how he got him like under control here? Okay. Or this just could be a collective thing that's happening with our children in school. They want to control our children, right? And siphon their energy and control, what our kids learn in school. That could be significant. Or you may be thinking about homeschooling your child. Or somebody might be thinking about something with the courts and your child here. And that's because this other parent is a narcissist, and they want to control your child's mind here. And something about court, like when I see this, I'm thinking about court. Okay, this Justice card here in the reverse. So maybe it's a situation where they're weaponizing the court against you. But you are divinely guided and protected here with the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay, and this could have been a painful ending here between you and this person. And the Empress is here. And Untamed is what I'm thinking about. So they couldn't control you. So they were upset about this narcissist who is weaponizing your child against you here. Okay. But you're trusting the universe to guide you as you should. The Empress you are, and then the moon. Well, we got full moon rituals out here. Okay, something about deep waters, you know, going deep into your subconscious mind. Okay, or maybe this narcissist is very skilled at, because I feel like there's different levels of narcissism. This one is giving me like a high-ranking narcissist. Okay, something about the deep mind control or something like that. Right, they didn't want you to prosper, and they wanted to control your life. You see, because the Seven of Pentacles remind me, like, you see how, you know, he's very focused on what he's growing. You know, you got the roots there. So something about your roots is really giving me a child. Somebody that you're supposed to nurture, guide, take care of, love. Okay, this devil here is looking to exploit this situation. Okay, to confuse. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah. What else is here? Yeah, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords here. Want to cause you deep depression, regret, distress. Or this person was a handler too. Maybe they was supposed to be a handler. This baby daddy, baby mama, ex, somebody that was close to you, had access to you. But you standing on business here. Look. And you see what they doing. You see they plays, because again, this is chess, not checkers, right? You see how this card look? I like to show y'all the pictures up close. See, they got that like knife right there, and they under the moonlight. It's give you very like shadow light energy where they moving in the shadows. Don't want to be seen, but look how she looking. Like, yeah, right, nigga, I see you. See that? Yeah. So you see exactly what they're doing. And you must have sent them with their bags packing. Because it's like they got a vengeance on you. Like they got revenge. They want to take you down. And they doing it in such a subtle, covert way to where most people won't see it. That's what it's giving me. With this moon card too. They don't want to be seen. But they are exposed. Mm-hmm. You sent their ass packing and went on about your business. And see, they want you to come back begging for them. This could have been somebody that was like, you know, the contributing a lot to your livelihood, probably, right? Because they want you to feel like you need them. Yeah. They want to keep you stuck in this cycle. Look, the Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, this is a lover, ex-lover, ex-baby daddy, baby mama, something like that. Or this could even be a family. Take it how it resonate, right? This could be a father. Okay, this masculine right here. Okay, but they want to keep you stuck. You got the Magician right here. And they want you to need them. They want you down and out, broke, needy, codependent. This is what they want to create for you. Look, and we got lover in reverse. This is a karmic lover here for somebody. Look, this devil card. They could be a Gemini. But they want to keep you stuck in this. Like I'm about to switch my deck. I'm getting like a runner chaser dynamic, right? Ten of Cups here in reverse. Some type of connection here with this karmic lover. Your lineage. They want to stay connected to you because of Your DNA, the lineage, that's what I'm getting here. Look, karmic relationship and heartbroken as soon as I split the deck. I can't make this up, y'all. I'm telling y'all. This person purposely triggers you. They want you in deep hurt and sadness. They don't want you to have the courage to disconnect from them. They want you grieving and mourning and then needy of them. So if they can keep you in that cycle like that, oh, I miss them. They bad for you though. They bad for you, but you find yourself wanting to be around them because it feels familiar. Okay. So maybe you need to do some deep healing here. Maybe you got a deep rejection or abandonment wound here that you need to look further into. Okay. This is just what's happening on the surface and how it's manifesting here through this lover, ex-lover. But there's a deeper symbolic message here for you, collective. Okay. Yeah. Letting go and love you. Yeah. And that's where you'll find your stability here because they think that you can't live without them. Family, friend, lover, take it how it resonate. They think that you need them. Okay. And you love these people unconditionally. It was nothing they could do wrong to make you stop. But now it's costing you, right? Now it's depleting you. They didn't realize that you love them unconditionally. And you are now, it's just their time up, is what I'm getting. Okay. You have dealt with too much heartbreak. They refuse to do right. They refuse to, apologize, take accountability, whatever it may be. You are in deep hurt and sadness behind this situation here. You had to learn to love yourself. You had to learn to love yourself. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me see where my kids is at outside. Okay. You say tired of being hurt by people. Yeah, that's what it's giving. So I think that some of y'all are learning to not look empath and narcissistic paradigm. But what I was about to say is I think that you are having to learn to not lead with your heart space unprotected. Okay. So that still takes us back to that abandonment wound or feeling rejected by the people that were supposed to love you. Okay. So it always go back to childhood, right? So that's what I'm really getting here. Yeah, being charmed and boundaries. It's just boundaries. It's a lesson learned. And what you're needing to learn here is the importance of boundaries and loving yourself, liking yourself, not looking for outside validation. Yeah, this was an addiction. Okay, subconsciously, right? Subconsciously, we be addicted to trauma if it goes unhealed. And you'll find yourself in repeating cycles of narcissists and empath paradigms, or you know what I'm saying? Like you'll find yourself constantly attracting the same type of person or different person, same spirit. So a lot of you are realizing the importance of boundaries here and the part that you played in this dynamic. Okay, so that could have just been the fact that you didn't have boundaries. You know, that maybe you was a little too open, or you didn't stand up for yourself enough. You were codependent, whatever it may be. Okay, but that is what it's given here. I like you. Sometimes like you, romance is blooming. Or maybe you were taught to not like yourself. That's what I'm getting. You were taught to not like yourself. So you're realizing that the importance of self-love here. What else is here? You say the more you love yourself, the more protected you are. Yes, exactly. See, I just seen that comment, but yeah, that's good, Alchemist. Appreciate that, because that's exactly what I'm getting at. You know, you have to love yourself so that, you know, you can, these type of illusions and people, they're not even gonna be attracted to you for real. You know, narcissists hate people with boundaries. You know, they hate when you love yourself, because their only power is like manipulating you to be everything that you're not. So if you are securing yourself, you're authentic, you love yourself, they ain't gonna stick around too long. They not. They don't like to feel like you're challenging them. You know, they don't like to feel like they can't control you, right? Because we're talking about people who operate from control, dominance, you know, chaos. When you untamed, which is basically you loving yourself, you going within yourself, questioning things, being exactly who you are, taking up all the space you need to take up unapologetically, you're a threat to a narcissist, because now they don't have anything to go off of. Because like, how they gonna manipulate a person that is not non-manipulatable? Whatever, however you say that word, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm hearing. It's like they can't manipulate you. Okay, dating, meeting someone new, focus on self-worth. Yeah, well, this is where you're gonna meet that person. This is where you're gonna, you know, it'll be equal give and take here. When you indulge in self, your focus on yourself, self-worth, your healing, your shadow work, and your self-appreciation. Manipulatable. Y'all get what I'm saying? You ain't that, okay? So yes. And you know, sometimes people will try to make you feel bad, like, oh, you're selfish. Okay. Yeah, I'm selfish. Because I love myself. You want to label it selfish, then so be it. Just know you can't play with me like that, right? And I feel like that's where you getting at. Yeah. See, that's how you know they're a manipulator, because like I said earlier yesterday, power recognize power. A person, authenticity recognize authenticity. I'll read the comments. But yeah, we recognize our reflection. That's why I don't call everybody my reflection. I do not. Because everybody not authentic. And if you're not authentic, then we're not reflections to each other. So they calling you selfish, they trying to manipulate you. Right. Truth, clarity, revelation. As long as you operate from truth, all lies, deception, manipulation, illusions must crumble and fall. Okay, they can't survive. And this is why narcissists will not last long when you loving yourself, you're authentic, and you're true to yourself, and you're true to your path of truth. It sends them into a narcissistic rage. I got a rage card here. And at the core of a narcissist, they have deep wounds of abandonment themselves, you know, at the core. Because I'm hearing womb recognize womb, like spirit recognize spirit, authenticity recognize authenticity, you know, chosen one recognize chosen one. That's what it's giving. Wound, wound. What'd I say? Shit, I just forgot that fast. Wound recognize wound. Okay, so the reason that this narcissist was even attracted to you in the first place is because you had similar wounds. Not because you were a narcissist. Not because, you know, you were wicked-hearted. No. See, we got to see them shadows first. And when you study narcissism, you'll realize that they just severely traumatized people. However, that don't mean you get them chance after chance after chance and benefits of the doubt and all that good. No. You don't keep sacrificing yourself. You know, they got to do the work. Even if y'all both have the same problem, if you're choosing to heal and they're not, it's not for you to try to heal them or try to fix them. Yeah, engagement in the reverse. You have to disengage with that type of energy because they're only going to pull you down. They're only going to, you know, you're going to send them into a narcissistic rage. I'm trying to tell you. Narcissists get angry when they can't control you. Because they want to control everything outside of themselves, have power over everything outside of them. You just reclaiming your power sends them into a narcissistic rage. Yep, I seen the clock in reverse. So somebody really needs to let this narc go. Okay? Somebody is dealing with the narc that they need to let go. Look. Abandonment issues. I'm telling you. Codependency in a relationship. Say they don't have empathy. Nope. As you speak, yeah. You say they trying to tear your character down. It ain't gonna work. You know how many people think this is just, you know, so y'all can understand that I understand. Just speaking your truth will have you, you know, being the talk of the town, people making up things about you, all type of shit. But you keep your eye on the prize because you're abundant. You keep healing. Look, we got healing here. See how she healing, working on herself. You just keep doing the work, okay? You're going to be in alignment with abundance, okay? As you evolve, you are in alignment with abundance. And it's not nothing that they can do. Let them talk. Let them talk. Meanwhile, they ain't going nowhere. They doing all that talking, you know, or throwing all them bricks just to help you build your empire. You know, next thing you know, they look up. You got a whole dynasty. Let them talk. They ain't going nowhere fast. Everything don't need a response. Silence is golden. Silence is power. Don't got to explain yourself. You ain't got to clear up every rumor. Let them people think what they want. If you believe a rumor that somebody said about me, then you weak too. Because you ain't even have enough sense to go do your due diligence to find out the truth. Then you weak too. Thank you for, you know, showing me who you are. That's how I look at it. See, it really be about that person. It's never really personal. A person that'll talk about you, slander you, you know, try to assassinate your character, and all you doing is speaking your truth, and they retaliate, that's because they don't have the power, the courage to do what you doing. So let them talk and let their ass stay miserable. Yeah, this is sudden transformation here. They gonna watch you come up. They gonna watch you glow up. Why they look? Why they talking? Why they talking? And you learning to see through the illusions. You evolving. You expanding your consciousness. You got possible marriage in the making for you. Girl, child, sir, please. Yeah, you protected here as well. They somebody be looking at your photos, reminiscing and shit. Oh well. Oh well. Somebody could be missing you. Or you could have this lover that's coming in that's looking at your photos and videos. If you're a content creator, or if you on the internet doing your thing. I feel like they ain't really saying nothing though. They just looking. Nobody in particular. It was a lover coming up that was narcissistic. Something about weaponizing the court came out. A karmic relationship, feeling triggered. This narcissist got deep abandonment issues, wounds, which was the reason that the collective was even resonated with this narcissist or felt attached because of this abandonment wound and codependency. But new love is coming in here. He said, you really in there? New love is coming in here. Yeah, you're evolving from outdated thinking here with clarity and truth and revelation, right? This narcissist was actually in secret competition with you. And if you're a female, this person could be a male and vice versa. They were still jealous of you. And they, very malicious towards you. But the mask is off. Ain't no more gaslighting. Ain't no more being delulu. Ain't none of that. You no longer interested. You decide to, maybe weigh your options here and rebuild yourself. Yeah, this relationship is over. And you see it for exactly what it is. You got a new perception. I'm hearing a new attitude. Okay. You may even be dressing different, doing your makeup different, wearing your hair different. Whatever you doing to make yourself feel good every day. They see you. They see you, and somebody mad about it. Oh, you ain't ever wear that when you was with me. And you ain't make me feel like this. And it's not even because you have somebody else in your life. It could just be that's what you want to do for you. I do my hair for me. I put that shit on for me when I get ready. And when I'm not, we look like this. We have on pajamas. You know what I mean? Like, you just not doing it for outside validation. You doing it for you. Right. Making healthy choices. You're not worried about the ops and what they think. And you're happy. You're finding out that you're happier doing this. It was always about self. It was always about you and your journey. It was never really about them. But a lot of times in society, we be led to believe that we gotta be desirable for somebody else. No, you don't. Do what you want to do. At the end of the day, nobody actually gives a damn. Really. I realize that people really don't care what you do. Like, unless they obsessed with you, right? Or unless they like this malicious person here. But most of the people will adjust. Society will adjust to exactly who you are. Just show up. A lot of times we be in our own heads overthinking things. People don't care, really. Either they gonna listen or they not. Either they gonna see you or they not. you know, either they gonna like it or they're not. It's not for you though. That's a day problem. If they don't like it, oh well. Too bad. I ain't asked you no way. You know, that's what it's giving. Yeah, this was a one-sided relationship here. You was offering unconditional love, but they were offering nothing to you. One-sided relationship. This can be a family dynamic here too. They just never had anything to offer you. Yeah, you're done with this runner-chaser relationship and you're done being seduced. You're done allowing them to come in. Thank you for the gift, Shantae. You're done allowing them to come in and seduce you and exploit your unconditional love that you have for them because you are ascending here. Yeah, you're taking a risk on you. You decided to, what's that saying? Put yourself first. That's not it, but bet on you. You're betting on yourself here. You see them cards? You got your poker face on here. You ain't falling for the tricks. You ain't falling for the seducing tactics. Yeah, breakup and separation. You stop the pattern here and you're ascending. And they see it. And this is a new phase for you. Okay? You've worked on them abandonment wounds, whatever it is that you know, we're dealing with here. And you being very strategic with you, very intentional with you. Shoot, congratulations, collective. I love to see it. Love yourself. Or nobody will. Love yourself. Self-love is the greatest love. Alongside authenticity. Yeah. Tunnel vision. Somebody want to put an end to this new beginning that you have. Maybe they were trying to sabotage this love you have coming in here. Or sabotage you against you, right? Have you questioning you. Or sabotaging this love coming in here. Yeah. Evolving relationship. Next phase. Healing that inner child and growth. Welcoming in new love here. So that's exactly what it is. You got new love here. You and this new love coming in. This new person who is very authentic. Not for the games. Not for the bullshit. Not messy. Not a manipulator. Somebody you could talk to and be free to express yourself. Is giving twin flame energy and soulmate right behind that. Look, y'all. Twin mate, soulmate right here. You want to go out? Yeah, all right. So I feel you leaving me behind. So somebody could feel you energetically disconnected from them. Yep. It seemed like they try to see, they want to come back in and do you in. Maybe you cut this person off and you left them. Right? I feel like you cut them off and they feel like they want to get back at you. So they gonna come in trying to act like they, you know, seducing you. They gonna try it. They gonna try it. It ain't gonna work though. I feel you, even though we are apart. You know, all that bullshit that motherfuckers like to do, that be lying. You know, I left you before you can leave me or whatever. So maybe they gonna try to come in to leave you this time before you can actually leave them. But leave it where it's at. Let them feel it. They need to feel it. Let them feel it. Yeah. Let them feel it. Look, I know I messed up everything. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. That's their karma. Let them deal with that, collective. Okay, take that how it resonate. They just, no. You got to stand. I'm going to stand on that. You got to stand on no. What else is here, Spirit? Before we get ready to close, I feel like I've been on here for 2 hours. One of my kids about to come home from school, and I got to get ready to cook din. Look, increase. You're in the energy of increase, okay? They just want to come back so that they can experience this increase with you. No. Look, parting ways. Okay, hold on. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. Spirit, come through. Ancestors and spirit guides, they talking, all right? Increase and core values. You got to stand on it. I'm trying to tell you, collective. You have to stand on your morals and values. They don't have morals and values. Remember, they're double-minded people. Desperate calls for desperate measures is what I'm getting. Like, they just desperate. So follow your heart and make your values a priority. And we have source here. You could be a life path number 6, 11, 7. Your connection to source is the light and love that shines through you and leads the way. You don't need them. It can be a life path number 4. One more for good luck. Yeah, they ain't going to be celebrating. We got the celebration in reverse. They're not going to be celebrating. And if you go back to this situation or dynamic, you won't be either, collective. That's what I'm getting, okay? You could be a life path number 9. Stay on course. Trust the unknown. Okay, you are in cosmic alignment. Take the time out to celebrate yourself. You deserve it. Okay? I say Divine Collective. Now, as we close this reading, this investigation out, we expose all spiritual criminals mentioned or energies that was attached to this reading and who have violated divine order. We turn them over to the Galactic Federation and jurisdiction ASAP. May justice be delivered to the Divine Collective swiftly. Okay? So it is done, Ashe. And I gotta go, so I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay? You too, Shantae. I'm gonna post this live to the YouTube, okay? YouTube channel. So if you want to go subscribe, make sure you go do that. Anybody else catch this replay? Let me know in the comments if this message resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading, you can inbox me or email me. Everything is linked in the description or in my TikTok Linktree link. Okay. What else? Healing Trauma ebook. If you would like to pretty much have a clear understanding and simple understanding, how clearing energy and alchemizing energy or healing, taking a comprehensive approach, definitely get that ebook. Okay, that's also in